failure is unacceptable. Now that isn't something that you would say to anyone that you love in your life. You wouldn't expect it of your children, you wouldn't expect it of other people, but that's kind of the message we get from dentistry. So yes, we have 5 years at dental school where we're kind of looked after, and we've got this big safety net around us for the mistakes we're inevitably going to make because we're learning. But it doesn't stop there. We don't come out at 5 years at that brand new graduate dentist. We're not a fully formed, ready to go, gonna make no mistakes dentist. We're the same as everybody else in every other profession. We're gonna learn by stuffing up here and there. That doesn't necessarily mean a full-on failure, but the problem is that somewhere along the way, the dental council or our professional bodies, they kind of took away that permission to fail, or it certainly feels that way. So we're scared to fail now, which means scared to push the boundaries of treatments, scared to extend our skill base by pushing the edges of what we're familiar with and finding ways to kind of improve and go on about that without having the backing of a course or the backing of something else or a certificate to our name to say we've done an extra course on rotary endo, we've done an extra course on digital scanning, or we've done whatever it is. You know, you think back to kind of what your role as a general dentist is, and it's pretty much, you know, you can be Johnny on the spot. It's all very well saying, well, textbook standards, maybe I should refer, but there are dentists out there that are in rural communities and communities where specialists aren't as readily available, or where you've got to deal with pain on the spot at that time. And we shouldn't be so afraid to stuff up. We should be afraid if we're not learning from those mistakes and we're becoming unsafe, and that needs watching out for. But there has to be a bit more flex in the system. At the moment, we and the medics are being held up to these unsustainable levels of perfection. And in an occupation that attracts perfectionists, this can be a real danger. This is where your burnout risk and your suicide risks come from, is the types of people you've got striving for those goals and the impact they feel about not meeting them, let alone the implications of an ongoing complaint, legal process or anything like that, is we need someone to give us permission to stuff up. And I would love to give it to you. I would love to say, you know, who hasn't done a filling along the way that didn't have a lesson, didn't have an ideal margin, or there was overhang and you had to kind of go back and correct it? Who hasn't broken a file in a canal? Who hasn't, whilst inform the patient, know that you're leaving them with something that's, you know, probably sub-textbook standard of what's there, but you were making the best of what you had at the time, and that includes your skill set and experience. And yes, some of that is recognition of what you can and can't do and not making leaps and bounds. But the only way we get from being this baby dentist to being an experienced dentist is all the ups and downs in between. You can't do it without. So let's be easy on ourselves. Let's be easier when judging our colleagues. We need to give ourselves permission to stuff up, because that's the only way we're going to learn and we're going to grow. It's making those mistakes, doing things that are not quite as we were wanting to, and then learning off them and improving it next time from what we learn from that experience. Okay? Okay.